I served 10 years in prison and finally got out walking out of the gate. I realized not a single family member came to pick me up in that moment. I was furious. I swore to myself, once I got home I'd make them pay. 10 years ago, the adopted son was caught, running an illegal casino to protect him. The family forced me to take the fall. I refused, but my mother knocked me out with a bottle, then forced my fingerprint onto the confession. Just like that, I took the blame and spent 10 years in prison. Now I'm out only to see the family throwing him a birthday party. My father gifted him a villa and a luxury car. Even my fiancé gave him a limited edition watch. And the worst part, he kissed my fiancé right in front of me. I couldn't hold back anymore. I stepped forward to confront him, but he pretended to have a breakdown, turning all blame toward me. My fiancé told me to go hide in the basement. My father even raised a whip to hit me, but I was no longer the weak man I used to be. I grabbed the whip from his hand and lashed it back at him. My actions enraged my father. He yelled that I was unfilial. My mother coldly asked if I'd learned bad things in prison. I couldn't hold it in any longer. I poured out all the pain I'd held for years. I asked them loudly, when I was kidnapped at 8, why did they ignore me just to save on ransom, letting me suffer in an orphanage for 10 years? And when I was finally brought home, they forced me to go to jail for the adopted son, 20 years of pain. Not once did they care about me. The adopted son dropped to his knees, pretending to apologize, saying his illness would kill him in prison. My fiancé told me to let go of the past. I sneered and asked her, "Didn't you promise to marry me when I got out? Why are you now entangled?" With him at that moment, I stopped holding back, grabbed a wine bottle and smashed it over the adopted son's head, took his birthday gifts right in front of everyone. I decided I would use them all up, then come back for what's mine. After that I rushed to meet my siblings from the orphanage only to see my brother about to harm himself. I learned my sister had cancer and he had gambled to raise money for treatment, but ended up owing $1 million in debt. Now she was being held by the casino. They said he must win 10 games in a row to free her. Hearing the word gamble, my heart trembled. My mind went back to 10 years ago. In prison, I met a gambling master back then. He saw my talent and wanted to take me as a disciple. I refused to touch gambling, but he saw through me. He knew I was in prison for taking someone else's fall. That itself was a gamble on my family's conscience. And I had already lost everything, he told me. He once lost his whole family to gambling. No gambler ends well, he taught me. Everything, hoping I'd use it to fight gambling to end it from the world. Now, to save my sister, I decided to gamble again. I entered the casino with my brother, offered a house to trade for my sister, but the owner laughed coldly, said the rules can't be changed. She must be won back at the table. I had no money, so I took out the adopted son's limited edition watch. It was worth $2 million, but the house rules cut it in half, so I got $1 million in chips. I didn't mind. The watch was his anyway, keeping. It would only annoy me. I won 3 rounds in a row. The owner started to panic. She sent for a gambling expert. To my shock, that expert turned out to be my father. Seeing me at the casino, he turned pale. He knew offending the owner could bring ruin to our entire family. Soon the adopted son and my fiancé arrived too. The adopted son eagerly volunteered to face me. The owner knew he was good, so she gave him the seat without hesitation.